Hey Fox family, thanks for sticking around on this Tuesday. Some clouds, but really there's not much to it. Mostly clear sky. We will look to the mountain zones. We will look to the divide for cloud coverage. And Gunnison County, as it turns out, getting a little stormy. If you're heading up Monarch Pass right now, you're probably going to go through that. A couple strikes of lightning, a little bit of rain there. Outside of that, we have some stragglers in the San Juan Mountains, but again, the Tri-County area storm-free. The Tri-County area drying out. As we move through the rest of this week, you can expect more of the drying conditions. Previously, and when I say previously, I'm referring to the last 6 to 8 weeks, you know, we had the flood watches, we had the flood warnings, we had the flood advisories, and those were pinging on your smart device, and they were specific to whatever county you live in or subscribe to. We won't be getting those alerts. We won't be getting those warnings moving through the rest of this week into the upcoming weekend. Now, there's a chance we will revisit storms next week. If we do, it's probably going to be isolated to the San Juans or isolated along the divide. There won't be much for the western slope. Now, not everybody got official rain this past summer, or certainly these last couple of months. We're still in deficits for many locations, but we've done well. And I think the San Juans were the big winners, even though it was at the cost of debris flows, road closures, forest road closures as well. The cost of heavy downpours in that area helped lower the drought situation for the San Juan Mountains. So that's beneficial. Now, as you can see highlighted in red, we have drier air working in. Highlighted in green is all that moisture. Now, previously, that was a plume of moisture that would rise from the southern zones all the way to the northern latitudes. And that was our North American monsoon, that subtropical tap, drawing all that rain potential out of the Gulf of Mexico, drawing some of that moisture out of northern Mexican mountains, the Sierra Madres. We don't have that tap. We do have an isolated sliver here and there, but we've cut that monsoon pattern off, and as such, we're going to go into a drying pattern. Now, we will look forward to Eastern Pacific hurricanes. Now, they could arrive. They could drive right up the Baja Peninsula, even into the Sea of Cortez. And that could deliver some moisture. That could deliver some storm opportunities, but that would have to drive across the desert Southwest, and that is something, well, that potential is there as we get into a little bit more of an active Pacific pattern. And by the way, the Atlantic season just starting to pick up with hurricanes. We don't even have a named storm yet, but we're hoping to get one before the month of August. Now, speaking of storms, most of that activity being suppressed further to the south, courtesy of our ridge of high pressure building across the region, building across the western third of the United States. Now, it's over the Four Corners region, and the next words out of my mouth should not be strange to you. The Four Corners region, that's where we get our hotter temperatures. Even when that high fluctuates a little bit into the state of Utah, the Beehive State, right? Even when that high fluctuates a little bit, it still will not open the door to storms. It will still continue to deal hotter temperatures across the western slope. And that's exactly what we have, hotter temperatures. Now, we don't have storm-associated wind gusts, but what we do have is a light breeze in the morning and a light breeze in the evening. Current temperatures right now, all right, let's break it down because we're still in the mid-90s for Delta. We're still in the mid-90s for Grand Junction. Still in the 90-degree readings for Montrose. Late August, this time of the year, we should be in the 80s. Grand Junction, 87, 88 is our typical high temperature. Montrose, 84, our typical high temperature. Late August, early September. So we're moving forward with hotter than average temperatures. And each day we're going to add a degree or two to the forecast. So we're going to end up with some hotter temperatures. Some of us will hit the triple digits. Others of us will hit some near high temperature records. Not unheard of for Grand Junction to get to the 100-degree reading mark. Early September, we have 2 days historically. In fact, September 1st on Thursday and September 4th on Sunday. 100-degree readings in the book. Now, we still have 100 degrees on Thursday to shoot for. We still have 98 tomorrow to tie a temperature record. But for Grand Junction, it's upper 90s and low 100s. That's our record book. And we're going to move through the rest of this week trying to push hotter than I think many of us would like. Now, we still have to irrigate, we still have to water the lawn, and you need to pay close attention to that because with these hotter temperatures, that could have an effect on your garden. Rob Hagan, I'm talking to you. Temperature records for Montrose, mid-90s, all this upcoming week. Now, we have a long weekend coming up, so if you're going to go out to play, if you're going to go out to recreate, you need to factor in the hotter temperatures. You need to be prepared to have plenty of water, to have plenty of shade, to create that cool down opportunity. Make sure you remember your pets on the sidewalks. Make sure you look in the back seat for your children. We're getting back into the hotter temperatures we haven't experienced in a while, so I'm just giving you some reminders.